Four scientists, four different fields of study, two teams, and many science myths to unwrap. Will the Natural History Museum scientists be able to tell fact from fiction? Hello everyone and welcome. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Cristina Torrente and I'm going to be your host for tonight in Fact or Fiction, the myth-busting game show from the Natural History Museum in London, part of the Lates program. Now, you might have heard them from your mates, you might have read them online, you might have even seen them on headlines or newspaper. These science statements that you're never sure whether they're true or false, whether they are actual facts or total fiction. They are everywhere. And today, our four contestants are going to be trying to bust some of those myths and trying to be best and telling fact from fiction. So without any further ado, let's meet our mythbusters today. We're going to meet the red team first. Now, red team, hello. Can you tell us who you are and what do you do at the Natural History Museum in London?
My name is Darren Chunier and I am a molecular biologist at the Natural History Museum.
Hi, I am Zoe Hughes and I am curator of brachiopods and fossil cephalopods at the Natural History Museum.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, red team. Now we're going to take you down and meet our blue team. Now, blue team as well, who you are and what do you do at the Natural History Museum?
My name is Sarah Multigan and I am a space and planetary science PhD student at the Natural History Museum.
Hi, I'm John Ablett and I'm senior curator in charge of mollusks.
Okay, thank you so much, blue team. Now, blue team and red team, I've got many facts and myths for tonight, but we love to be able to find the answers of even more, the answers of for the myths and facts that our viewers, you watching from home, might have. So if you have any science stories that you're not sure about, that you would like to unwrap, do put them on the chat, send them to us throughout the show, send your questions as well, because at the end of the 2 rounds of the game show, the teams will come together and we'll try to find the truth or the falseness behind whatever you send us. So you have to stay tuned until the end. And one last thing before we start the game, due to the pandemic, the Natural History Museum is currently closed. Now, this is why we're bringing shows like this one that we are doing today to your homes. But with our doors closed, we are losing vital income. Now, these shows are free. But if you're able to give us any donation for as more that it can be, we will really appreciate it. And if you're watching from YouTube, you can simply donate clicking the button on the right hand side. And if you're watching from the Natural History Museum website, the button is on the top right corner. And we really appreciate that. Thank you. Now, Mythbusters in the blue and the red team and Mythbusters at home, I really hope that you're ready because it's time to bust some myths in our first round, the myth busting hammer. Now, I'll tell you a little bit about this round. What we're going to do is having our teams, our 4 scientists competing against time. They won't have any time to talk to each other and decide on an answer. They will have to decide if a statement is fact or fiction on the spot. They will give us a thumbs up for fact and a thumbs down for fiction. I will throw at them the statements, say fact or fiction, and then on the go, teams, you will have to give me the thumbs up or the thumbs down. Now, I will count only your first answers and nothing of going like that because that will be cheating. Now, scientists, are you ready? I'm going to bring you on the screen and get you ready for the first fact. Okay, so I'm coming at you with this. First, a statement of the night. Frogs can be used to tell if a person is pregnant. Fact or fiction? Go. Okay, we have 3 facts and John is going for fiction. And the actual answer is that this is a...
Yay!
It's a fact! Right, so teams, just so you know, this is a fact. So in the 1930s, it was discovered that some frogs will lay eggs if they were exposed to human hormones that pregnant people generate when they are pregnant, one particular hormone, and they have it in the urine. So the frog pregnancy test became really common and it was really reliable to tell if a person was pregnant. They would inject the person's urine, a concentrate of that on the frog, and if the frog laid eggs in the following 24 hours, so that was really quick, it meant that the person was pregnant. So yeah, that was what's happening there. So yeah, you know, so next time that you are wondering whether you're pregnant or not, don't worry about buying any pregnancy test. Just find a pond nearby, and you know what you have to do. But anyway, I think you were a little bit surprised about that one, but don't worry, I've got another statement for you. So get your thumbs ready for the next one, because here it comes. Okay, listen carefully. Sharks can't get cancer. Is this fact or fiction? Go. Okay, I think we have an agreement here, and the answer is it is actual fiction. You were all right this time, and I think this is a really widespread fact. Now, I think you might have heard it before. You weren't surprised in that. I wonder if our viewers were. But just so you all know, in case you didn't know, it is rare for sharks to have cancer, but there are plenty of examples of sharks with tumors. The problem with this myth is that it actually made people believe that if they ate shark, they wouldn't get cancer or will be cured from it. So they started eating sharks. And I think this is actually taking something that is already a myth to a whole level of mythical. But yeah, well done, teams. You got that. I've also heard that we've received two anonymous donations. So thank you so much, guys. And teams, that means that you're doing well and you're actually inspiring a lot of people. Let's get ready for our next statement. Prepare your thumbs, because here it comes. Listen carefully. With each volcanic eruption, the planet becomes warmer. Is this fact or fiction? Go. So you're thinking about it? I like that the rest of the team didn't make you change your mind. And this is... Oh, no! It is fiction. Well done, guys. Sorry, Zoe. But I'm sure I'm really, really glad that you weren't tempted to change your mind on that. So this is fiction because volcanic eruptions apparently release gases that react with water in the atmosphere. Now, these create tiny drops that make the atmosphere more reflective, means that the surface of the planet becomes colder for long periods of time for us, short periods of time in the whole geological times. Now, a really good example of this was the eruption of the Tambora Mountain in Indonesia in 1815. You might have heard of that because it contributed to the year without summer. A lot like 2020. But maybe not, because actually these led to crop failure, famines, and unrest, mostly in the northern hemisphere, but also inspired loads of artists to write and paint loads of bleak pieces of art, including Frankenstein, for example. So again, not so much like 2020, because everything that I've done is just baking some bread and maybe do some exercise at home. So not really. But anyway, we're midway through this round and I've got another statement for you scientists. So get ready, because here it comes. Our nervous system is incapable of regeneration. So if you lose a neuron, you never get it back. Is this fact or fiction? I can see you all thinking. Go. Okay, we've got a division there, and this is actually, I have to admit, this was really tricky, but this is actually, this is fiction. Sorry guys, we're really well done. I'm glad that the two teams are doing similarly. We'll do a recap of points later on. So differentiated adult neurons do not divide. That is right. But currently, and this has relatively recent. We know the new neurons are generated from stem cells in some regions of our brain, including the hippocampus and the olfactory bulbs. So our nose and the neurons that we used to smelling. So there you go. We do get some neurons back, but I think we still need to look after the ones that we have. Now, we are two statements from the end of the round. So let's go for the next one, which I'm particularly fond of. So guys, be ready, because here it comes. Now listen carefully. Koala fingerprints found in a crime scene can be mistaken for human fingerprints. Is this fact or fiction? Go.
Why are there fingerprints in crime scenes? I really hope that's true.
I'm glad that you hope that is true, because this is actually
It's wonderful.
It is
I
a
love that.
fact. So you can all be happy, because this is an actual fact. And just to put you a little bit in context, so this was something that was discovered in 1996 when a scientist studying koalas noticed the similarity between the koala's fingerprints and the human fingerprints. And he stated, although it's extremely unlikely that koala prints will be found at the scene of a crime, police should at least be aware of the possibility. So in case something happens. And in fact, this is what I love about this story. That wasn't the first time police was concerned about fellow animals having human-like fingerprints. So you can imagine the animals that might have similar fingerprints, so gorillas and chimpanzees. And in 1975, their fingerprints were actually registered from the gorillas and chimps from the London Zoo, because the police were concerned there were loads of unsolved crimes. But don't worry, because none of our relatives were linked to any unsolved offences. So that was absolutely fine. But just so you know, those fingerprints are somewhere in the police department. Okay, we've reached the last statement of this round. And this is one that I think a lot, I've seen a lot. And some people were like, oh, can you please add that one? So be ready for it. This is the last statement of this round. Bees die after they sting you. Is this fact or fiction? Go. Ooh. Okay.
I think they can.
So we have a majority of people think this is fact. So this is actually... Oh, no! This is fiction! But there's a reason behind it. So let me explain this to you. Now, only honeybee workers, which are the females of the colony, die after they sting you. The males don't have a sting, and the queen can sting you multiple times. And also, just so you know, there are many other bees, I'm sure you know, because you've seen the collection at the museum. There are many other bees that are not honeybees, and those ones actually can sting you, honey. So yeah, don't get near those, or a honeybee queen. But if you see any male bees around, you can feel that you're safe. They won't be able to even sting you. So yeah, well done. That was the last statement. I think it's going to be really cool. I'm really looking forward to seeing the points. And I think that was a little bit tricky. I'm glad that you didn't agree on all the statements. That was my main. But we've had amazing comments coming from our audience. So we've got some questions as well coming in. So we have things like chickens are dinosaurs, for example. We have people asking about, cephalopods are from space. So that will be one for Zoe and John for later on. And yeah, thank you so much as well for the donations that some of you sent. As I said, again, any donation will be appreciated. If you can't donate, that's also fine. But do give us a thumbs up. We always appreciate that. But let's have a look at the points. I'm really looking forward to that. Let's have a look at how our team's doing. Now, the red team has 8 points at the moment. Well done, red team. Woo! And our blue team has 9 points. Well done, blue team. This is really, really close. And I think this makes the next bit really exciting. So you're only 1 point apart. So don't worry, because we have the next round, which I think is really, really exciting. We're going into round 2, Home-brewed. Now, in this round, I'm really excited about it because I've asked our scientists to bring their own home-brewed statements, science statements. They can be fact or they can be fiction, but they will be challenging the other teams with them. Now, also on this round, each team is going to have 15 seconds to discuss among themselves and come up with an answer together. So they will have some more input. Now, I want to start with the team with fewer points, which in this case is the red team. They will be challenging the blue team. So we'll get the blue team up. So make sure that they're ready. And we are going to get Zoe from our red team to challenge the blue team on this case. So Zoe, whenever you're ready, we're going to give you the stage and you can throw your statement to the red team.
Okay, so at the Natural History Museum, we have lots and lots of fossils. So I look after the best collection in the world of fossil squid. Is that true or false?
I love this statement, and I love that we're challenging Joan and Sarah with it. So, guys, I'm gonna give you the time, and remember, you'll have 15 seconds. So, 3, 2, 1. Oh, sorry. 3, 2, 1. You can discuss.
It seems like a self-duck if it's not true.
I really hope it's true. I mean, you know, we've got
Yeah,
a
we have a
lot
lot of like award-winning, amazing collections. So like, probably.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's have faith in yeah,
In the NHM.
yeah, see what we're doing it.
Okay, so I think the blue team has come to a conclusion. Blue team, do you think this is a fact?
Yeah.
Natural
Yeah.
History Museum. Zoe looks after the best fossil squid collection in the world. Okay, let's bring Zoe up. Zoe, can you reveal if this is true or false?
So this is actually false because true squids don't fossilize.
I feel attacked.
I think she really got you in there.
I feel attacked.
I'm not
It
playing.
might
This
be.
is-
I think we have excellent collections. We can't deny that, but sadly, squid don't fossilize. So we don't have that. Well done, Zoe. That's another point for the
What
red
about
team.
their hooks? Surely there's fossil squid hooks. I want to recap.
So that's 1 point that the blue team didn't get. But let's see how they do with Darren's statement. So, Darren, it's your turn to challenge the blue team. Let's see if the red team can go ahead that way. So, Darren, whenever you're ready, hit them.
We humans share 95% of our DNA with one another. Fact or fiction?
Okay, blue team. Another one close to home. What do you think? 99% with each other. So are Sarah, John, and myself 99% similar? What do you
So, did he say 95%? Because I reckon it's higher.
99, 95, he said.
Whoa. I would have thought it was higher.
I would have thought it was higher. Are we not like basically the exact same, like
Yeah.
genetically?
Is it a
I
trick?
feel like this is gonna be like, oh no, it's actually 94.12. I feel like it's false.
I was going to go
higher.
false. No, false.
Yeah.
False?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Darren, they think it is false. Can you
Yeah.
tell us?
It's actually false. We share 99.9% of our DNA with one another.
Well done, blue team. I think you actually thought well about that. And Darren, I love this one because you said something really beautiful when you told me this fact that not only we share 99%, 99.9%, that means that we are 0.1 unique. Is that right?
That's right. And these differences are down to like environmental, like change, gene expression, and also how the genes, like the inheritance of gene expression as well. But also something called copy number variants, where like the number of genes in different people are expressed at different numbers as well. And that's something we're only starting to unravel now to understand more. So it's very interesting.
It is really, really cool. So well done, blue team. You got a point there. And yeah, you got 1 out of 2 right. But now it's going to be your time to challenge the blue team. So let's start getting ready. Get your facts ready as well, because we're going to take you down and bring the red team up. And I'm hoping that the red team is warming up and getting ready for the blue team's science fight. Are you guys ready? How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm a bit scared.
Fairly well. No, you're doing really well. Now let's get Zara up first and let her hit you with the first statement. And let's see what it is. Okay, Zara, it's all yours.
So mine is that nothing can travel faster than light. Fact or fiction?
Okay, so red team, nothing can travel faster than light.
I'm gonna say fiction because I think I did read somewhere that some weird particle or something traveled faster than the speed of light or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
I feel like that she's trying to catch us out because speed of light is supposed to be like false.
Yeah, like according to your mass goes infinite when you go speed of light, something like that. Yeah, according to relativity. But I'm gonna say, there's all these physics is just
I feel
difficult.
like it's a question.
You're gonna go for fiction, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's find out. Sarah, is it a fact or is it fiction? Can you reveal the answer?
So it is in fact fiction.
Yay!
The speed of light is a limit on light in a vacuum, but that doesn't count for certain materials. So in like water and diamond, certain highly charged particles can actually travel faster than light. And they make this really cool blue radiation called Cherenkov radiation. Super cool. But I was trying to...
Brilliant.
Excellent.
Brilliant. Well done, red team. That's another point for you. But you have all the statement to survive to. So, John, whenever you're ready, you can hit them with your statement. So I'm going to give you a stage.
Okay. The animal with the most number of teeth is a mollusk.
Hey. Now let's get the red team up again. And I'm going to turn on the timer. So you're going to start thinking about it. Let's go for it.
I feel like this. Oh, I don't know. Like, they have lots of teeth on their radulae, so maybe.
Yeah, I feel it's true, but I mean, I'm really bad with.
I don't know why he'd ask if it weren't true.
Yeah, go on. I'll stick with that logic. Yeah, true.
Okay, so what do you think? True or false?
True. Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's bring back up John. And John, is this fact or fiction? Can you reveal the answer?
Oh, you got it right. It's true. So most mollusks have a radula which has teeth, usually thousands of teeth on it. The leopard slug you get in your gardens has about 26,000 teeth. And in 1905, there was a scientist who thought the umbrella sea slug had about 750,000 teeth. So yeah, most of any animal by a long, long way.
Amazing. Yay.
So well done. Thank you so much to all teams for bringing those amazing facts to the other team. Now, red team, I think you've done quite well. You got 2 out of 2, even though they were quite tricky, I think. And also well done, Zoe. You did get the other team with your fact. So we've been getting so many other myths from our audience, really interesting ones, something about lava as well. So scientists, you're going to start thinking about it. Things even about words in English. And also, again, coming back, John, I hope you're thinking about the cephalopods coming from a spade, because I really, really want to find out more about it. Now, guys, remember, we'll be unwrapping your own myths and facts at the end of the show after the last round. So stay tuned. We'll be chatting about them. And let's have a look at how our teams are doing, because they were only 1 point apart before. But now we have the red team with, I think, 11 points. I think that's right. 10 points. 10 points, red team. Well done. And the blue team at the moment has, let's find out, 10 points as well.
Respectable.
Okay, so that means that we've come to a tie. So both teams have gotten the same. I have to say, this wasn't planned. So I think it's fair to do a tiebreaker round. I think we have time to do that. So I want you to give me thumbs up, thumbs down with the next statement. And let's see whether you can figure it out or not. Okay, so the tie-breaking statement is you can see penguin poo from space. Is this a fact or is this fiction? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. It is a fact as well. Okay, well done, guys. So I think
I love penguins.
Yeah.
Like I knew this. I love penguins.
Yeah, so apparently scientists were really surprised at this. They were looking at colonies from imagery from the space stations and so on, and they actually find out that they were actually find out colonies. So I've been told that I think we're not on a tiebreaker, that I miscalculated the points. So, but luckily I've got my little helpers talking to me in my ear. So we're going to have a look at the actual points. Guys, sorry to disappoint you, but we're actually not on a tiebreaker. Look, let's have a look at the final points and let's see what's going on. So if we can have the final points on the screen, we'll figure out if it's a tiebreaker or not. Because it is a tiebreaker. Well done, guys. So sorry about that, but I think this is actually a nice. I know that people hate when there are ties at home. I really, really like it because that means that we've come together and as my colleagues are saying, the real winner was actually fun. But actually, believe it or not, I would like to proclaim you both winners because I had something for you. I actually had a prize for you. We had a prize. So blue team and red team, congratulations, you all won a fantastic trip to the Canary Islands. Sadly, we're in a pandemic, so none of you can go to the Canary Islands. So sorry about that. We will have to figure out how to do that later on. But well done. Let's give you a big round of applause. I want everyone to applause from home as well. And it's now time to have a look at the statements that our viewers were sending and try to answer the questions. We had really, really great ones. And I think, John and Zoe, I think we're going to start with cephalopods are from space. Is this fact or fiction? John, I'm going to go at you first.
Okay, yeah, this is quite a funny one, and I get this quite a lot. I think it came, but Zoe, you tell me if I get it wrong. It came from a paper a few years ago where they looked at the DNA of cephalopods, and there's kind of a little throwaway comment in it that said, you know, the DNA of cephalopods is so different, it's as if they came from space. And this is something that the papers really picked up on, and we're like, oh my goodness, cephalopods are aliens. When actually, no, they're just saying that, you know, I mean, they've been around in the fossil record for like, you know, over 500 million years. You know, they are very diverse from other groups of mollusks, let alone, you know, other animals. So they've just had a long time to diverge. They're not aliens. Really sorry.
I think this is a lovely statement because it brought the four of you into the same topic. We were talking about DNA, we're talking about space, and we're talking about cephalopods. You were going to say something as well, weren't you?
Just that this
sorry.
drove me crazy. This is all a lot of people could talk to me about for quite a while. So this fact just makes me go, oh God.
Are there many facts that make you go, oh God? Not again.
No, not too many.
I think the way the media reads something that's been released in a scientific sphere and then entirely ignores the point and makes a new one that's annoying. The number of times we found life on Mars, it's exhausting.
We can confirm that we haven't found life in other planets yet, at least.
Oh yeah, no life from space yet.
Darren, are there any other DNAs that are so weird that come from space, or is just particular cephalopods as far as you?
Yeah, it's just the arrangement of the sequences basically, and like as an animal as well, just looking at how unique and special they are, like the way they and intelligent. I mean, they're one of the most intelligent animals on the planet that we're still just learning about again now. Like the way they kind of change colors and things like that. They have like they can escape from zoos They're pretty interesting. And apparently one was really good at predicting the World Cup a few years ago.
That's true. I remember that. Well done, guys. So we have a definitely fiction for that one over there. There was one I think we can sort out quite quickly. So you works in paleontology, but I'm sure that the rest of you will be able to answer this as well. So are chickens dinosaurs?
Yes. Quite simply, yes.
So yeah, I love this one because it makes dinosaurs still going around.
That's quite cool.
Yeah,
the
so
moment.
theropod dinosaurs evolved into birds, so specimens like Archaeopteryx, which you can see in the Natural History Museum when we're open. That shows that you've got the feathers building, and so birds are dinosaurs.
Well, thank you so much. Right, we had an interesting statement coming at us, and I wonder if we'll be able to figure that out together because we don't have any entomologists in the teams at the moment. But they're asking, the audience is asking, is there a spider in every square meter of land? So that's the number of spiders that we have in the world. We definitely have loads of spiders in the world.
I would reckon
My
there's
general
more.
distrust of them would feel like that's probably right. Like they're so everywhere.
No, I think there's more than one for every square meter.
Oh, that's horrifying.
I bet there's not one in every square meter because do you get them in Antarctica? Like, you know, on the
That's true. There's also not one like in the square meter to my right. There might be two
But
to
there
the
might be three
left.
behind you.
Yeah. So
I think they're probably like more than one really close to me right now, which doesn't make me feel great. But there might be. I think Sarah, that you've got one in your shoulder right now.
yeah, very good.
Anyway, I think we had an interesting one that actually we could figure out maybe. The longest word is in English is the name of a chemical.
It's quite likely. Some of them are super long. It could
wouldn't
also
be
be like a
surprised.
Welsh town. But
We had the little helpers in our ears check that for us because none of us is a chemist, and also I don't think anyone would remember this word. But
How would you pronounce it?
I don't think even the little helpers in my ear can pronounce it. But it's something like neothenol, like glutamate isoleucine. So yeah, probably some sort of like organic chemical compound. But yeah, that's the one there. And yeah, I don't know if anyone in our audience has any other facts that they would like to check. But one, we have a lava one. The lava one, please, sorry guys. The lava one. The lava fact is, let me find it in here. If you fell in lava, you wouldn't sink in, just burn on top of the lava. So nothing of that, when you see in the Lord of the Ring when Gollum falls in and melts in it, you would just burn on top of the lava. Do you think that's fact? Or do you think that's fiction?
I feel like it would be true because if it's so hot, then you would just crisp
it's
on top of it.
super like viscous and really dense as well. Like it's much denser than like water, and we can kind of float on water. I think that's quite realistic. Also, like Gollum could be massively dense. I don't know what happened to him. Like he went through a rough time. Like he might be super dense.
We don't have all the scientific.
That's just the physics. I don't know that for sure, but it does seem
That's
like
true.
he would like the physics says no, you'll like float on the top. But
And dark magic
Gollum.
is also really heavy. So yeah,
true,
absolutely.
true.
You've
So we
ruined the
think-
end
we
of
think about-
Terminator 2 for me, so I'm glad.
Right, Zoe, squid can't fossilize, but can humans be fossilized? Can humans fossilize?
Yes. So squid can't fossilize, true squid can't fossilize because of their buoyancy regulation system. It's sacs of ammonia. And in order to get soft tissue preservation, then you need to have a very low pH. So you need it to be acidic. So as soon as it starts rotting through the ammonia-filled sac, which is an alkali, then that's why you don't get fossilization. However, humans have nothing like that. And we do actually have human fossils in the museum. So yes, humans can fossilize.
Not only that, but we can also find DNA, extract DNA from very old human fossils. Is that right, Darren?
Yep. So the museum, the oldest, we did that Cheddar Man project a few years ago where they sequenced his complete genome from, I think it was like 10,000 years old. There's like much older DNA sequencing being done on ancient DNA on, I think, mammoths and other organisms. I mean, love to get hold of that to do here because like just love challenging samples to work on. But yeah, the older the better. Well, it's quite challenging to stick back together because as they get old, they just turn into small pieces of DNA. So it's like a really big jigsaw puzzle where you have to stick all together in the right order.
That's brilliant. Thank you so much, Darren. Oh, this one is really interesting. Are woodlice more like insects or crabs?
I think they're like crabs. They're a crustacean. Yeah.
They are, yeah.
Really? That's cool.
Yeah.
But in their life habits, they're more like insects because they're terrestrial, not water. So it depends
they
how you're
do-
asking it.
I remember finding out about they have some sort of chambers where they keep some water so they breathe through gills as well, which is amazing because they're living on land but breathing through gills, which is crabs in disguise.
Super weird.
Really amazing. Yeah,
I
next
really
time
know
you see
nothing
them-
about woodlice.
Yep. Nothing at all. Learned
That's
so
one
much
of the-
today.
That's a fact that I learned. Like I think like when I started university, and I was like, and it's one of the things
They
I
also
always tell
have-
people.
They have those really big versions that they pull out from the bottom of the sea as well. Those like isopods. They're pretty scary looking, to be fair.
I don't enjoy
They
that
do
at all.
We had a very interesting one. Are four-leaf clovers really lucky? Are they lucky?
I
What do you
think they're more common than people realise. Yeah.
I think you also then have to prescribe the concept of luck to be able to like have something that gives you it, which
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
if you find one, you have been lucky because you found one, but you probably see a lot of them around them. Do we know what makes them have four leaves? Any ideas?
I'm sure we as scientists do. But
Yeah,
maybe
but
we are maybe
We
not a
as
good cross section
people
of
We
that.
as scientists.
I remember reading that I think there's a clover that was found with over 50 leaves on it. Yeah.
Ooh.
So I think that one is a super lucky one.
It's really a mutation. I think plants can change the shapes and the number of things that they have quite easily. That's why we get, for example, so roses normally have five, wild roses have five blossoms, so five blossom leaves. But the ones that we see in our gardens have loads because of mutations that we have selected to again make roses have more of them. So I suppose the four-leaf cloves are the same. So if you find one, see if you can plant it, and then you'll get loads of them, and maybe you'll be lucky with them. But yeah, we're getting excellent questions from our audience. I would love to hear if you've been surprised by any of those questions or not, as well. Any of these statements, facts, and myths. This is another good one. We can know what colors dinosaurs wear or are at the moment. I suppose this is not avian dinosaurs, so let's leave the chickens to our side. So what do you guys think?
that's false. There's
We
sorry,
know.
I'm not really
Yeah.
certain on this. Where there's really good fossilization, I don't know very much about this. This is completely not my expertise whatsoever, but you can see the shapes of the proteins, and so you can have a good idea, particularly with like comparing to modern structures, what sort of colors those protein structures are, is my understanding of this. But as I say, I'm not an expert.
Basically looking at the chickens and then going to what we have.
But looking at the structure of, say, the skin or the feather, so we are starting to get a really good idea, and I have colleagues around the world who are working on fossil colour. I am not one of them, but it is possible.
I think
Can we
that
tell-
actually came up quite recently. I think I saw an article about like dinosaurs could have been neon pink, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool."
No,
But sad that's not true.
it's unlikely.
What
They're also, you have to have a sort of level of logic to it. So are any animals around today neon pink? How would a neon pink animal survive out in the wild? So you can make some educated guesses as well, but they're actually doing the chemical analysis so that they can tell.
Okay, and just time for one more one, and I'm going to throw this at you as a challenge. So don't tell each other, and then we'll chat about it. Is it octopuses or octopi? Give me a thumbs up if you think it's octopi. Give me a thumbs down if you think it's octopuses. Don't give me anything if you think it's something else.
Okay. What if I completely disagree?
Yeah. Wasn't it octopodes?
I think we should chat about it. What do you guys think? Let's start with Sarah. Sarah, what do you think?
So I prescribe to octopodes because one, it's a wonderful word, but also like the structure of the Latin word that it potentially evolved from. I think the plural of that should be podes, not.
John,
I like also octopi. That's kind of cute. Octopus is not a van.
No. What do you think, John?
I know this. This is like, I don't know a lot, but I know this. This is probably the most common thing that people email me. No one wants to know my exciting science, but they want to know this. So it is octopuses because it's a Latinized Greek word. It's not a Latin or Greek word. That's why it's not octopi or octopodes. So octopodes is one of those that you could get away with, and the pedant in you could answer it away. But yeah, octopuses.
I'm sticking to my guns.
Brilliant, guys. So this is all the time that we had for your myths and facts, but I hope that we've unwrapped some of them for you. And hopefully, if not, if you really enjoy the show, as I said before, give us a thumbs up, tell us in the comments, and then we'll do this again. But I think we have to give a big round of applause to our scientists before they go. Well done, scientists! Thank you so much for being there. I'm going to say goodbye to you. And if I didn't scare you too much with the show today, hopefully we'll have you in another show next time. Bye, guys. Thank you so much. Take care. Brilliant. Thank you so much to our scientists again. And thank you so much to you all for being there and watching. Thank you so much for your thumbs up. Thank you so much for your questions. Thank you so much for your donation. I really, really hope that you enjoyed this game show, that you enjoyed this show. As I said before, if you did, thumbs up for facts. And if you want to donate, you've got the button on the right hand side of the screen or at the corner if you're watching from the Natural History Museum website. Now, Late, which this show is part of, will be back next month. We are always back on the last Thursday of the month, and we have loads of new content and new formats to bring to you. So stay tuned because we'll be popping up in your screen soon. And if you're thirsty for more content, we have loads of it in our YouTube channel. We've got talks with scientists, we've got short videos, long videos, how-tos, so do check it out and enjoy the science and the collections from the Natural History Museum. Now, thank you so much for watching. I'm Christina Torrente. That was Fact or Fiction, the myth-busting game show from the Natural History Museum. It's been a pleasure. See you next time. Bye!